now. We have how many people on the call? Please, can we get the list? How many people do we have on the call now? So that we can know how to share our time for the introduction, then before we move into the introductory class. Understand?
We have about 18 people on the call.
18. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. She said, wow. Yeah, it's just to motivate you guys, There's nothing big deal in all those things. They're just papers. Well, just to motivate you guys. Get it right. All right. So thank you. So I would like us to introduce ourselves. Let's just use 1 minute. 1 minute to introduce ourselves. It's good for us to know each other before the class. Right. Thanks. Okay. Let's start. I don't know. Can we have an order? The organizer, can we have an order? Maybe based on the way the names appear.
Yes, they could raise up their hands and we just start calling them by that order.
All right. So please, let's do so. Let's raise our hands. Okay, Ada, I can see you. Can we start with Ada? All right. Ada.
Hello, good evening.
All right, good evening.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can. You're audible.
Okay. I said my name is Ada Obi. Okay. I base in Lagos. I'm currently an IT support engineer.
All right, that's good. That's awesome. Welcome. All right. Emory.
Okay, thank you.
Or you can drop your hand, Emory.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, class.
Yeah, good evening.
I am Collins Emory. Okay. Studied computer science and information technology. And over the past years, say from 2015, I've been really interested in getting into cybersecurity, but over time, I've not basically had a structured course or outline to follow. So it has been quite hazy. So I could say, I know this, but my knowledge is not connected. I'm glad to learn from you, sir. Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you so much, Emory. All right, Happiness. Next.
Hello, good evening, sir. Good evening, everybody. And my name is Happiness Obele. I stay in Abuja. I am a lawyer. I think over time, I've always wanted to, incorporate law and tech. And I'm really grateful for this opportunity to learn from you. And I look forward to, moving forward with this. Thank you.
All right, so you want to be a tech lawyer, right?
Yes.
All right, that's great. All right, so thank you so much, Happiness. Ifeoluwa next. Are you there?
Hi, everyone. Yes, my name is Maiwa Ifeoluwa. I'm in Lagos. I'm currently in school.
All right. Okay, thank you so much, Ife. All right, Ibukun. Next. You can drop your hands once you are called, please.
All right. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, sir. I'm Ibukun Lawa, and then I have a background in computer science. I've been a graphic designer for about 3 years, thereabout. I'm currently residing in Ogun State, but then I want to have a kind of shift into the tech industry, and then I've chosen cybersecurity, essentially. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Ibukun, for that introduction. That's amazing. Okay, all right, Teresa.
Hi, everyone. Good evening, Sarah. My name is Teresa, and I live in Lagos State. I'm a technical writer of over 2 years, and I've had the interest in cybersecurity since last year, September. So to that effect, I took a software development course, and I'm hoping to go for my master's in cybersecurity next year. I'm hoping to learn a lot from this bootcamp. Thank you very much.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's amazing. So go there and be successful. That's great. Okay, if Samuel next. Samuel Luwashino. Are you there, Samuel?
Yes, right, I'm here.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, clearly.
Okay, good evening, sir. My name is Samuel Oluwashino Luwole. I'm from Ondo State and I currently live in Kano State.
Right. Yeah, amazing.
So for a very long time, I've been craving to be in the cybersecurity department. I've applied in university several times, but I'm not being given. So I moved into computer science
Okay.
and other things that I do. I'm a decorator, event decorator, event planner, and I'm a saxophonist. So thank you.
Oh, that's amazing. Such a talented man. Don't worry, this will
Thank
be
you
an
very
eye
much, sir.
opener. All right, John.
Yeah.
John, good evening. All right, John, next.
Good evening, everyone.
Right.
Hello, good evening, everyone.
Good
Are you
evening.
hearing me?
Yep, clearly.
Okay. My name is John O'Brien. Okay. I just graduated recently, actually. Do I have a background in data analysis? So, and I did a course with Cisco on Intro to Cybersecurity. So I just developed a flair for cybersecurity. That's why I applied for the program. I hope to learn very much on it.
Yeah, you will. Thank you so much, John. Victory Richmond. Are you there? Please,
Hello. Yes, I'm
here.
here.
Right, can you introduce
Good
yourself?
evening, everyone. My name is Victor Richmond. I'm from Akwa Ibom State. Can you hear me?
Perfectly, we can hear you.
Hello.
You are audible.
Oh, can you hear me?
You are audible. Can you go ahead?
Okay. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
My name is Victor Richmond. I'm from Akwa Ibom State, and I'm an accountant, and I'm new to this field, but I'm excited to be here and I'm ready to learn. Thank you.
All right. So what really matters most is passion. If you are really passionate about this, you're gonna learn them. You understand? So with time. All right. Okay. Sorry if I didn't pronounce your name very well, but Chichet Taram, are you there?
Good evening, sir.
Oh, good evening.
Good evening, everyone.
Is that good evening? All right.
My name is Pichetaram Igbo.
Okay.
I'm a pharmacist.
All right.
It's my first time in the tech industry or learning a tech or doing a tech career. I'm excited to be given an opportunity to start up one because I've actually been desiring to. So I look forward to having a nice time in this class and to be able to use it to advance in my tech career. Thank you.
All right, you're welcome. Okay, hi Francis, are you there?
Good evening, everyone.
All right, good evening, Francis.
My name is Francis Okeke. I'm from Anambra, but I'm in Zaria.
Oh, amazing.
Student of Ahmad Bello, Zaria.
Okay,
so
all right.
What? I recently got admission in St. Louis University, US, for computer science.
That's great. That's good. That's good.
So I decided to go into cyber so that it will help me when I reach there.
Okay, so you are moving for your master's, right?
No.
PhD?
No. Bachelor. I'm starting afresh.
All right.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's great. Okay, so Omalayo, before we pick Kelechuku, then we are done with the introduction. Then we can move into what we have for ourselves today. Hi, Omalayo, are you there?
Good evening, sir. Good evening, everyone. My name is Chinodra Malayo. I'm from Lagos State. Presently, I'm a teacher and I'm excited to be here.
All right, so my fellow teacher, how you doing? Amazing. Don't mind me. I've done a lot of things in this life. Okay, thank you, Omalayo. Kelechuku, please, can we have you?
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
My name is Kelechuku Brown. Would I say I'm a banker or I work with a bank? I don't know which one is appropriate.
Either way, you are good.
Yeah, I work with a bank, operations to be precise, but I'm looking to switch into cybersecurity. Had a few knowledge here and there, but just looking for a platform to, to help guide me and put those knowledge together and put them to work. Thank you.
All right, you're welcome. Okay, Murayo, you can drop your hand once you are done speaking. Murayo, next. After, then we take the last person. That easy. If we are done, please. No more hand raising, please. Okay, Murayo, you can go ahead. Hello, Murayo, are you there? It seems she's not there. Adeise, can we have you? We can't hear you. We are very, very low. Can you just project? Can you move closer to your speaker?
Okay, can you hear me now?
Ah, clearly audible.
Okay. Good evening. My name is Adeze. I've been delving into cybersecurity for the past 1 month using a Cisco junior cybersecurity analyst career pathway, and then I'm currently enrolled on that CCNA program. It's Cisco NetAcad, and it's a delightful honor to be here. I really hope to gain a lot from this program.
All
Thank
right,
you.
thank you, Adeze, for the introduction. Again, drop your hands. All right, thanks everyone. That's amazing. You know, one way or the other, some of us, we already had a background in IT, and it's something to look out for. You understand? So, basically, cybersecurity is all about passion. Then you are going to do most of the work yourself. You do most of the development yourself, most of the training, most of the improvements yourself. But don't worry, I'm going to introduce you to a lot of stuff like that will make your work much more easier. At least you'll be able to test web applications yourself, even if you've not grown to the level of testing your Android, your iOS applications. That's basically what I do for fun actually. I test all those. Some of us that work with bank, you test APIs. I test different APIs. I test web applications, Android and iOS of our banks. You understand? Then I test the web application for interactions. And in my former life, let me use that. In my former life, one of the bank I've worked for, I've been able to, hack into their banking system, debit a lot of people's accounts, bring out money, withdraw the money from the banking, or presented it to the management, and I disable their SMS alert system. I bring it down, bring out a lot of things. Because I used to work as a red teamer with them. So stuff like that are basic things that I will expose you to. But you might not be able to gather everything at a go, but it takes sometimes, for you to develop all those kind of things, because you enter into servers, all those applications are sitting on a particular server. That's why sysadmin knowledge is still, is necessary. All those applications are sitting on a server. If you're able to attack a particular server, then you can attack the application that is sitting on that server. You understand? Some of them are internal facing, some of them are external facing. What we mean by that is some of those applications work within the organization. You can't access it if you are not connected to the organization network. Why some of them you can access it anywhere because they are external facing. Part of those things are what you're gonna look at and you're gonna learn, basic stuffs. Don't mind me, we talk more of things that are not even our documents in our paper that was shared with you. You talk of more things that are not there. They are all papers, but let's just pick the main thing that we need. You understand? All right. So to take us further, I would like to share my screen. I know some of us, we've gotten the material, right? Can I get an acknowledgement to that, please?
Yes,
Have
sir.
you gotten the material? All right, thank you.
Yes, we did. We had the link that was shared.
Okay. Trying to get on trying to get the documents so I can. So just give me a minute. I'm trying to figure out some things here. It's not picking this. More windows. All right. Can we see my screen? Hello, can we see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Oh, let
Yes,
oh
we can.
okay. All right. So you can still see the screen, right?
Yes, please.
Okay, thank you. All right. So, like I said earlier, my co-facilitator is there. Moses, are you still there? Hello, Moses?
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, all right. Amazing, Mr. Moses. So he has been of great, help and assistance towards this training, preparing the documentations and the likes. All right. So I would like you to introduce yourself. We'll be taking this class together. Moses, can you come on, please? Let's hear from you.
Yes. Yeah, I believe during the onboarding session, the organizer will have do some introduction. Yeah, but I also like this take this opportunity to introduce myself. My name is Oluwasegun Moses Olopade, and I hold the position of a cybersecurity specialist backend developer, and I'm also currently a network field technician. So with a wealth of experience, I've honed my skills in utilizing the PHP Laravel framework to develop robust backend solution.
That's
And I
amazing.
also hold the certification of national diploma and higher national diploma from a polytechnic, and also further my expertise through certification from Cisco Networking Academy and its Skills for All platform. These certifications encompass a wide range of cybersecurity disciplines, including introduction to cybersecurity, which we are currently treating now, then cybersecurity essential, cyber threat management, network defense, endpoint security. And currently now I'm working toward the certificate of cloud security knowledge. Also, I've done a lot of bootcamp, starting from ProGrade bootcamp, PRN, web development for both Node.js and Express.js framework, and also Ruby and Rails framework. I've also earned a certificate in backend development from Zurich Continuous Development Training. And I've also participated in the prestigious Niger Arts Hackathon. That's the Nigeria first official hackathon, and achieving a notable result in the year 2018 and 2019 consecutively. And I've also received a certificate of achievement in soft skills training from YogaMan. And I'm currently pursuing a certification as a Meta certified community manager. Yeah, I think that's all. Thank you.
Wow. That's great. That's great. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That's amazing portfolio, amazing profile. You know, you keep on growing day in, day out. That's amazing, Moses. So most of the times, more of the time rather, let me use that way, you'll be seeing Moses as well. He'll be taking us through some of the classes. You understand? So he just said that, oh, me, I should come and take this introduction. Don't mind him. He pushed me to work. I want to be humble. All right, so to take us further, you know, in this class, by way of introduction, we'll be starting the course introduction. Basically, is introduction to cybersecurity. You understand? It's just an introduction into cybersecurity, because cybersecurity is not what we can just finish, you know, within these 6 weeks. It's something that is expected to be much more than that, and more of, you know, hands-on and the likes like that. Okay, so from what we have, we'll be using the document, don't mind me, but just for us to have a background knowledge. It says, when you are a child, did you ever imagine yourself as a masterful defender of the universe, recognizing a threat, protecting the innocent, seeking out the evildoers, and bringing them to what? To justice? Have you ever? Did you know you can make a career out of that? Like I mentioned earlier, that one of the main things that we need to know is that our passion must be alive for what we are doing. I told you I've wanted to be a cybersecurity since 2013, but I didn't have the opportunity. I studied computer science as well from University of Ilorin, Nigeria, where I graduated a few years ago. You understand? And being there, I was a software developer, a blog, trained, you know, all these meetup. That's what we attend then. But as time goes on, my passion is still alive, because as I used to configure all these GPRS settings. And I've wanted to work with FBI. I wanted to be what? I want to be an hacker. That's my goal. That's what keeps me moving. I want to become an hacker. Becoming an hacker is my goal. That I must be able to hack things. That's just the motive behind what I want to learn. So when I started working as a software engineer, I did not stop. Network, I did not stop until I was able to achieve my goal. So it is that particular goal that you want to achieve that will keep you on your toes, that will keep you working, keep you seeking for knowledge, which is one of the reasons why most of us are here. Are we getting that? So we've actually, in one way or the other, you've actually seen yourself as, you can be someone that can be in charge of threat management. You can be doing threat hunting. One beautiful thing about cybersecurity is the fact that you can be at the domain of your house and you'll be doing bug hunting. Bug hunting is that people will give you their particular code and they ask you, oh, can you pen test this particular website? Can you discover any vulnerability? Once you discover them, you tell them this is where the vulnerability is, and they will fix it and they will pay you, which is what I do for a living. So you learn the malicious aspects, then you now convert that your malicious act into something that protects organizations and businesses. Are we getting that? So to take us, what are different career paths that are in cybersecurity? Another thing is the fact that cybersecurity is into different, segments. We have people that are into network security, they still work with cybersecurity guys. We have people that are into security operation centers. Those ones are what we call SOC analysts. There are people that we call SOC analysts. They are into security operations center. And when we say SOC analysts, what we mean by SOC analysts is that SOC analysts are the people, they make use of different solutions. When we say solutions, we are talking about applications, monitoring applications. Like, for example, now in the banking sector, we have different monitoring applications, such as Alien Vault. You have your Alien Vault, you have your Axite, those are different monitoring tools. And what does those monitoring tools do? What they do basically is that they are the applications that are connected to your organization. They see all the activities that are going on. You understand? It is from Axite that you'll be able to see that, oh, a particular user called Adaeze is no longer connecting to our banking platform from Nigeria again. He's now in Canada. Whereas maybe she's lying that she is even in Nigeria. But from your monitoring to be able to see this person is connecting to our system from Canada. You now write to that person, Ada, hello, Ada, are you the one connecting to our platform from Canada? Ada will not be like, oh, yes, I'm the one. Oh, if she says she's not the one, you advise her to change her credentials. It might be that someone somewhere, maybe through VPN, has been able to what? Override his account. That is the work of a what? Of a SOC operation manager or SOC operation analyst. And that is basically where majority of the people started their career. People that are not technical, people that are not into, guys like me, that are into programming, networking, all those kind of things. They don't have those big knowledge. They move into SOC operations. Are you getting it? So that's that, because you just learn those solutions, you learn those tools. Once you know how to use those tools perfectly and you can analyze every event log you are having, then you can move in as a SOC operation analyst. Are you getting that? That's a career path in cybersecurity. All right. So we have what we call, we have something that we call penetration testers. Penetration testers are guys like me. For you to be a penetration tester, you must have some couple of knowledge. Are you getting it? You must have some couple of knowledge. And part of the knowledge that it is expected of you is that being a penetration tester is the same thing as what we call ethical hacker. You can either call them a pen tester or an ethical hacker. People like me, that's what we do. So why do we say it requires you to have some level of knowledge? Is that, for instance, Google used to give out money for these kind of things that we do as an hacker. They can give $100,000, $50,000, $10,000. If you can break into their latest solution, they give you the award, then you tell them how to fix it. That's what we do. That's part of bug hunting. Are you getting it? So that is, if you have any question, please, you can raise your hand as we move on so that I can attend to it as well. So that is how, that is who an ethical hacker or a pen tester is. They are the set of people that looks into your web applications. When we talk about web application, we are talking about your websites. And when we talk about websites, you are talking about facebook.com, www.schoollinker.com, let me say, for instance, productofafrica.com, unilag.com, www.unilearning.com. Those are your web applications. Those ones that you can access by using your web platform, Google, Firefox, using all those browsers. Basically, they are the web applications. And we have what we call mobile applications. Mobile applications are all this your Facebook. You can access it through typing www on your laptop, and you can access it through the Facebook app itself. You can access your Teams, your Twitter, which is X, through what? Through your applications. Are you getting that right? So those are the mobile application, where you have them in Android and you have them in what? In iOS. So they are all on different platforms. Are we getting that now? So that is, we categorize all of them as applications. And that's why I work now as what? As application security engineer. What I do is I look into each of those applications for the bank I work for. I recommend. There was a day I just pick one of our applications. I just run in my default credential login, admin, and I put password, PSSWD, and it's login. And normally, it shouldn't be. And once I log in, I was able to, it was a process maker application. So I was able to log in, HRMS. I log in, after logging in, I was able to escalate privilege. Are you getting it? I escalate my privilege. I went ahead to give myself a 1-year leave. So that's the beauty of my job. So I was able to give myself a 1-year leave, and I approve. I was the one approving. I escalate my, my privilege access. I give myself as an admin, as a user. I was able to operate all those angles. So those are what we look out for in applications, so that we can protect it in-house before an external person does that to our organization. And that's why they are paying us in the banking sector. Are you getting it? That is your work as an ethical worker or penetration tester. All right? So you do the same thing. For instance, I was able to work for a bank like that in my previous years, in my past life. I worked for a bank like that. I was able to log in as a normal user, and I was able to use that access to do what? To move money. With just my own session being established on their platform, I was able to be tweaking account numbers. I was just doing transactions by just exchanging account numbers. And most of the problem comes from the developer. And that is why it's good for you to be a good programmer before you can move into ethical hacking or pen testing. Because if you don't know how some applications work, how some programs run, you won't know how to attack it. Are you getting that? So that is very, very essential, and it's key for us in what we do. So that's why it's a progress. It's a progress. At least have a good understanding of how a web application works. Have a good understanding of how a mobile application works. Then from there, you can now start launching attack, into those different platforms. And you look at what to tweak. How do we launch an attack? Don't worry, you get to know that. I'm gonna teach you about how to run a web applications. What are the things that takes? Even if you are a developer, you learn some things for you to, to take note while developing your product. So cybersecurity is not only for cybersecurity engineers, it's also part of training that developers must be part of. It helps them to write a secured program. I did a certification with Eastern Council University on certified application security engineering. I use C#, you understand, for the training. If I'm not a programmer, I can use Java as well. If I'm not a programmer, I won't be able to do that program, that certification. So that's why you can't run away from it. You must learn a bit of programming. It is very, very key to be successful in cybersecurity, and you also remain relevant. And when others are talking, you don't want to just go and keep quiet. I don't even know what they are saying. It's a slap, I used to see that as a slap on my face for people to say anything. I won't be able to say anything. That's never happened in my field. It has never. And that's why you see I gather a lot of papers because I always seek for knowledge, and which is very, very important. Are you getting that? So that's the work of a pen tester in an organization. Before a particular organization hosts their mobile app or launch their mobile app or launch their web application, it is your own duty to sit down, devour that application, break it, hack into it anyhow. Let them see the report. If you can move money, move it, and have a proof of evidence so that they can know. We have what we call POC, proof of concept. You know, when you are dealing with IT guys in the banking sector, they won't want to believe. But when you show them the evidence, like my former life, my CIO did not used to believe that I can hack into his banking application that he built. But that day, each time I go and meet you, be like, it's a lie. You are lying. This is not possible. The hackers will just come, ethical hackers will just come and be boboing us here. But the very first day I did that, I moved his own personal money. I moved his money. I moved the top officials, the head HR. I wanted to move the MD's money, but I kept I shouldn't do that so that they won't sack him. So I stopped. You understand? So those were part of the things that you do. And since then, it takes me serious. Before I left the bank, the guy used to take me, any time he sees me, he say, what is happening? Guy, please, let's talk. And these are people that have been in the industry like 13, 14 years before me. Are you getting that? So when you know your job very well, people give you respect. I'm a young guy, but people give you respect. Even the MD himself will call you to have meetings with you. Once they know you know your job and you can bring the bag down, you understand, by your knowledge, not for evil, but you are protecting them. So they seems to value you very well. You understand? And let you know that you are valued here. Are you getting it? So what I'm saying is, if you don't know how an application works, how do you convince a CIO that has been a developer for the past 30 years? How do you tell him this is a particular method, this function is not working? How do you advise him, oh, your input validation is not working? Is it of which table type, string, integer data? Those are the basic programming experience that is expected of you to be an ethical hacker. Are we getting that? All right. So we have what we call information security expert. Yeah, generally, you have a broader knowledge of information security. And we have people that we call cybersecurity forensic expert. Forensic experts, I met a man who is into accounting forensic. When they fraud occur in an organization, they call the forensic accountant to come and look into it. Like, so in my previous life, when I did that hacking, I moved money, they came to interrogate me. You understand? At a point, they are about inviting the EFCC, which is a normal process. When a fraud happens in an organization, that's what they pass through. Those are the processes they go through. You understand? Because at a point when I did the attack, I didn't go to work the following day. Till the next week, that was when I went to office and I switched off my phone. They were all disturbed, in distress. And that was what brought about, looking for EFCC and the likes. They even thought I've run out of the country. Are you getting it? But I'm doing my job. I was able to defend myself. All right. So those are part of the thing. So you must know your job perfectly. So they need forensic experts. Forensic experts are those set of people that are going to look into what are the processes. They look at it like, okay, what happened? Forensic basically work when they have things like crime scene. You understand? That's why when you see they arrest criminals in all this movie, you have all these forensic expert that comes around. They tell you don't touch anything. They are trying to pick from thumb printing and those kind of ways of tracking whosoever might have done anything wrong in such environment. So those are the works of a forensic engineers. You understand? So a cybersecurity guru is nobody, but someone that have mastered his or her own profession. You must have mastered your professions. Like, you don't tell them I only know SOC, I don't know ethical hacking, I don't know pen testing. All right. There is two things I would like to mention to you. In my former life, that I did all those things, I used to work as a red teamer. There's what we call a red teamer. A red teamer is someone that hack into an organization but is trying to do that for protection. That is trying to discover their loopholes and tell them before an external hacker does that. That's the work of a red teamer. Then we have what we call a threat intelligence. We have threat intelligence engineers as well. Threat intelligence engineers are the ones that notify the organization of coming threats. Are you getting it? You do more or less, you are like a researcher and an organization. You let them know that this is the current trending means in which hackers are using to bring down banks, to bring down organizations. So, and you have what we call IOC, indicator of compromise. So to all those kind of attacks that might be happening, there is a way you look from your end to ensure that, oh, you are not seeing the signs. Indicator of compromise are more or less like signs. There are signs that you can be seeing. You will start seeing all those signs in your environment, you know, definitely, hey, this kind of attack is about to happen to us. So that's the work of a threat intelligence engineer. They are always on their toe, always watching, trying to look around what is about to happen. Once they start seeing the sign, hey, they quickly look into that and block it before it affects the organization. So again, I guess I've talked about that. And we have one again. We have people that are into governance. We call them GRC, governance, risk, and compliance. They are also needed in the organizations. They are the ones that look, are you compliant with so maybe ISO 2700, all those ISOs that we use in financial institutions. Like there are some body that guides that you must follow. For instance, now, for you to be able to own a credit card in a financial organization, we have a body that we call PCI DSS. Again, they are payment card integration, distribution services. They are the one that look into your certifications when it comes to card. And that's why you see some banks, they keep on getting that recertification. If you don't meet up with that recertifications, because you are going to look into how you keep each of the customers of your bank, how do you keep their credentials? How do you keep their details? How do you keep their records? How are they sure that they are safe with you? Their money is safe with you. They look into that. If they are not meeting up with the requirement, that means you won't be able to issue MasterCard. You won't be able to issue card to any customer for withdrawal. They will ban you. So banks will always rush up and down to meet up with those standards. So all those aspects are under governance, risk, and compliance. Are you getting it? So it's another aspect that doesn't really need more technical skills like that. That's an aspect. They are making their own money as well. So they ensure everything you are doing is in compliance with some set of standards by the industry. All right. So we have what we called GDPR. They are the one in charge of your data. You know, we are under European, so they are in charge of data protections in European countries. So Nigeria is still work more of with these European guys. We have Oxinbane rather. Oxinbane is the one that is in charge, you know, of the regulatory body in the United States, you know. So things like that, those are the different set of bodies that look into whatsoever you are doing. And we have EPA. I know some of us are from health sector. EPA, HIPA, those are the one in charge of your, you know, medical records. They ensure that any hospital that is keeping records are in compliance to those things. Because, you know, finding someone else's medical record somewhere else is something that is not ethical. So it's not allowed. Are we getting it? All right. So those are the things that I really want us to look into. So basically, I work more of, no, someone was saying probably like a gray hacker. All right. So a gray hacker is someone that when you are doing, there's what we call gray test. Gray hacker, when you are doing your gray test, don't let me go into that now, but let me just explain because of this person that asked this question. There's something we call black box test. There's something we call white box test. And there's something we call gray box test. So a gray hacker is someone that look into your organization, you have gotten your credentials to log in into the system. A white box hacker work prior to that gray. But black box doesn't require any credentials from you. They do that, you know, I want to attack the system. That's more of what I do. It's advised you start from black box test to white box test. You start from when you don't have credentials to test a platform. Let's see if you can break in. Then you now test it when you have credentials as well. Are you getting it? So those are different, sectors in organizations where you can work, and your skills will be, skill sets will be duly appreciated. You understand? So, I've done more of the talking. I think we'll be rounding up very soon. We haven't been able to go that deep, but we've been able. It's good to lay this foundation so that we can know the aspects you want to specialize, as in that will keep on motivating you, for you to be able to have a focus and something that will keep you, on your toes, and you keep on studying, keep on researching and looking for opportunities. If you are into pen testing, man, I can take you as far as you want. You understand? Anywhere you want to go to, I will assist my own power. You understand? So, but the willingness must be there for us to grow in what we do. All right. So these are the roles. These are the roles. These are the career opportunities. Like we can see, these are different career opportunities that we can achieve as being a cybersecurity engineer. All right. So they say all these roles can be part of your work in the exciting, ever-changing, high-demanding field of cybersecurity, which is the truth. So it can be gotten, like these are skill sets that are on high demand. To be honest, till yesterday night, I was still being called begging to take up a role with a university, and I said I'm not interested. And I was looking for people to recommend. I don't have any. People that I would have recommended, they are already doing fine in the industry. So that's why we need more eggs. We need people that want to grow. Opportunity comes. I can always recommend, if I can trust your skill set and you have the required degree and certifications, then, me recommending is recommending, liking to put my integrity at stake. So that's why I always want people to be sound and be good at what they do. Opportunities are always available for us. All right. So let's just take this course overview before we move on. So we said we are to learn the basic, how we can be safe online, learn about different malwares attack, how organizations are protecting themselves. Those are part of the things we are going to look at. Then explore career options in cybersecurity. These are the key things, these are the key things that is expected of us to achieve in this time. So those are the key things that we are to achieve in this particular course. All right. You say by the end of this course, you will be more aware of the importance of being safe online, the potential consequences of cyber attacks, and possible career options, in cyber security. So this is just like a general overview that will really guide you, into what you need to do. Okay, so that it won't be as if we will not touch anything at all. Like, let's take this. The need for cybersecurity introductions. Okay, so we are just discussing what organization data is and why it must be protected, discusses who cyber attackers are and what they want. You understand? Most of the time, it's not that cybersecurity wants your money. It's not every time we want money. We have people that we call activists. Activist. H-A-C-T-I-V-I-S-T. Activist. You understand? Do you know at times, Nigeria can attack Russia because of their intellectual property? Do you know one of the reasons why Russia and US used to fight a lot? It's because of intellectual properties. Why do you think they're always after the FBIs? It's because of the intellectual properties. Because of intellectual properties, nations launch attack against themselves. Because you want to know what is making US, what is making UK, Russia, what makes them superior to each other. So by launching attack into the organization is what will allow you to get the secret behind their products. If I really want to deal with Apple, I will launch an attack against them. You understand? So you look into that and you try and ensure that you derive what you are looking for. So most of the time, it's not because of money. You might be doing that because they have some records that you need to make your country a better country, and you try to launch attack against. So those are the reasons why an attacker works. All right. So someone is saying here, that is okay, Lawa. Okay, Lawa has a question. All right, let me quickly take that question before we move on. Says, from previous knowledge, I learned that black hackers are more of criminals who exploit system for personal gain. How do you bridge the gap with us starting in the black box, like you said, without ending up in jail or prison? All right, so black hackers, see, we have them, you are right. They are a set of guys, they do that for personal gain. And that is why we call it ethical hacking. Like me, the oath I took is that I will do what I'm doing ethically. There's an adage they used to say that if you want to catch a monkey, you must behave like a monkey. If you want to catch a thief, you must be a thief. For you to catch an hacker, you must be an hacker. But now, the difference between you as other hackers is your mindset. Your own mindset has been configured in a way you are doing that not for personal gain, but because you are being paid for that organization, and you are doing that to protect the integrity of the organization you are being paid for. Like I mentioned, I never go away with anything that is not mine from the organizations I've worked with. Even when I have the opportunity to be moving like things like 2 million or 5 million every month and add to my salary, I didn't do such. I called them to close it because of the church mind I have. You understand? So that's why it is expected of you to have a good mind so that you don't end up in jail or prison. You must have a good mind. If you are doing all these things for good, you'll be paid well. I'm telling you, you'll be paid well. An entry-level role in cybersecurity, as at the last time I'm aware, is around 300,000 every month. So what else do you want? Entry level. Imagine just entry. So you are being paid well. So what are you looking for? And if you are like in my own in the space, in the level I am in the sector, which is more senior. So you can imagine the amount of money you'll be earning. So which is very, very key. Just have a good mind, learn what you are learning and do it well, because you are safeguarding the organization before someone that has the same skill set you have and has a wrong mind gets into the organization. All right. So that's all from my hand. All right. So we will be rounding up now. It's already 8. So this way we'll be stopping. I'm hopeful that Moses will take up from here on Wednesday, which is tomorrow. All right. So by this same time, 7 to 8, we'll be meeting as well. All right. So please let's follow through. And I know that by the end of this class, you are going to enjoy it. I'm going to take practical, but I just need to create a foundation. You understand? So all right. So for your practicals, some of us that let me try and open a particular, let's see, Portugal. All right. So to some of us that are very, very fast, or if you have enough time and you want to learn, you can start reading this particular link for the practical class before then. So you can go through that Portugal and see what you can derive from it. All right. So that's the main platform we'll be using for our testing. For most of the practical class. Like I will teach you how to maneuver websites. I can even open some hacking platform to you as well. You understand? So we're going to look into that as well as we move on. All right. Asking for further learning. All right. Just wait to the end of the class. Just gain what you can gain from here first. All right. So just wait to gain what you can gain from here. Omolayo. Am I right? Oh, that's Emori. So don't worry. Just wait till the end of this class. You understand? And let's see what happens. Yeah, just check the site. Please watch the site. That's Portwiga. I've shared the URL. You can go through that, then get something from there. All right. So I don't know why it's not coming up here. So let's move back to our class. All right. So we can see the screen, right? Can I have an acknowledgement? Do we have any question so far? Any question, please? If you have a question, please let us know.
Good, sir.
You can't see the link?
Yeah, we can't see it.
All right, please wait. To everyone in the meeting, sorry. I know I'm not sending the message to you. Can you now? All of now, you should be able to see it.
Yes, you can now. We can see it now.
Right. So, do we have questions?
Yeah, we can see it.
Yourself and let me know from you.
Sorry, how are you guys able to see it? Because like on my screen, I'm just seeing blocks.
Probably it's your network. You may have to wait a little bit or refresh or something. But it's showing now on the screen. I'm sorry, on the chat box.
So that's Portwiga Academy. You know, anything about web pen testing, get it done from that platforms. You understand? So using Portwiga tool, you can even add your, you can add for the mobile pen testing and the likes like that. But for this course, let's just try to move. I don't want to rush things, but the little we're able to grab in these training sessions, at least you should be able to know what tell someone like, for this little I know, I can do something with it. You get it? So that's the goal. All right. So if you have questions, please, I'm taking questions so that we can bring this to an end for the day. Any question? Any question? Any observation? Please, let's talk. How do you want me to ask question? I will ask question.
All right. Good evening, sir.
All right. Good evening, sir. Welcome.
Yeah. So basically, thank you so much for the class. I think I've spent the last 4 or 5 months in Cisco Academy, that is Cisco Networking Academy and Skills for All. And then it's more like as if I'm more in tune with a lot of the theoretical aspect of it. So essentially what I'm looking for in this product for Africa is something more practical as it is. So like I really want to know, is it really feasible that like what's the time frame before you can become a cybersecurity specialist or whatever role that you want to fit into that will enable you to start in as an entry level?
All right.
Like
So
how many months? Yeah.
like I said, see, it's not really about months, it's passion. Like it's passion. When you are passionate about something, you take your time to devote any resources that you can see. Because you just want a situation whereby you are interviewed and you are speaking the mind, what the interviewer is looking for exactly. So how do you do so is by gathering knowledge. So it's not really a function of months, it's about dedication. Are you getting it? But if you can give yourself 6 months and learning continuously, I mean learning, serious learning, and you are practicing, that even when you are called for an entry-level interview session, you'll be able to blow their minds. You understand? There's no one that is, see, I can give you hacks on how to pass interviews. Then nobody will ask you to go and hack a particular something. Although no, guys like Cybersec Africa can give you a particular go and hack into something like, let me say, on this Nigerian Force platform, or the ND Nigeria Defense Academy, hack into their platform, see if you can see some vulnerabilities. You understand? Because they manage all those platforms. I get it. So it's only few organizations that will ask you to do such practical stuff. So, but you need to get the skill. Passing interview is a small thing. It's one of the things you should be worried about. But you learn the job. Because when you are on the job, nobody wants to give you an entry level, you are in an entry level role again. They give you demands and tasks, and you must be able to deliver. Because you are not delivering, you mess yourself up. You understand? And there are some organizations like a banking sector, everywhere is connected. Before they mention your name, they already know you are that guy, and that's the end of your career. You get it? So you won't want such thing to happen to you. That's why it's expected of you to have enough hands-on and learn the job. I don't know if that answers your question. Hello? Hello? All right, so can we move on to the next person? Someone else raised his hands earlier. All right, so I think that's, if you don't have any other questions.
Yes, thank you very much. You have answered the question.
All right, so if you didn't have any other questions, so we've come to the end of our training session for the day. Thank you all for coming. So we look forward to meeting you tomorrow as well. All right. So can I have our host? Is our host here? Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Right, thank you so much. Okay, I think I still have some questions here. Let me look into this before we. Sir, does it mean knowing coding is necessary to learn cybersecurity? Yes, if you can. If you can, please. If you can, please. Learn programming. At least have a bit knowledge of programming. Know what a function, a method, how to instantiate a new object. If you are calling an array, just know basic stuff. That this is how a particular program works. Okay, Samuel, I've been looking for you. Raise your hand earlier. Let's take your question before we shut down. All right, you can go ahead. Speak.
All right, sir. So thank you very much for the learning. Seriously, I'm very impressed, and I've learned a lot in this few periods that you've been talking. Thank you very much. So what I want to know is that while going with the lectures or while going with the process, how do we know where to venture into? Everybody now, all we just see is, okay, we want to learn cybersecurity, we are into cybersecurity, we have passion. But while you're doing the lectures, we now saw that there are branches. There are areas you need to be specialized in. A single person cannot you can have idea of others, but you cannot learn everything. There are branches. So how do we then know which part to move into? That, okay, this is it. Let me just hold this one and move with the trend, move towards this way.
All right, Samuel.
Thank you, sir.
And that was the reason that makes me to take my time in explaining each of those careers area so that you can look into it. Which one do you think your capacity will be enough for? Which one do you think you'll be able to do well and excel in it? That was why I took my time, I actually tried to analyze each of those career aspects. So that's the whole essence of that. And it is now your own personal duty as well to go and research. Learning does not end, within these few minutes. You go back and do your own research to see this aspect will be okay for me. Mind you, taking up this particular training, this is like one of the most complex aspects of cybersecurity. A lot of people are not technical. A lot of people tried it, they failed, they couldn't cope. They move into SOC, security operations, they move into forensic, they move into risk management, they move into compliance because they don't have a solid background. I guess it. But if you can know this, see, to the glory of God, it's not mouth, to the glory of God, I'm on my third job in the last 10 months. They said there's no job in Nigeria, but I'm on my third job in the last 10 months with a financial institution. I go for the one that pays the most. You get it? So and flexibility, 2 days at office, at times enter 10, close to go. In the financial sector, it's not obtainable, but that's just the way it is. Are you getting it? So just take your time to learn the most complex aspect of this cybersecurity. Then you can now move into other things and be successful. If I move into governance today full time, I'll be okay. There was a time Nigerian Stock Exchange called me for IT audit. I said, I don't want to go into that for now. You understand? So those are, if you learn the basic, don't mind me, I love to learn what is difficult so that other ones that look simpler can be much more simple to me when I move into them. So that, please don't forget to fill your attendance, please, everyone. Kindly fill that form. It's very, very key for your certifications, all right? So those are the things that I want us to look into. Just try and grab this. Put your mind that now you want to be an hacker. This is what I want everybody in this class to see. I'm an hacker and I'm training you to become an hacker. That's the goal for this class. So if you can know all those, if you are not interested in it, at the end of the course, if you now say, I can't go with this, so then check into other options. So that's the goal. All right. Thank you. So can we hear from Francis before we shut down? Hello, Francis, please. The last person for the day, so that we can shut down.
Please, like these different branches that we are talking about, can we get maybe a something like a PDF so that we can go through it and then we're able to choose which one that suits us? That suits each,
all right, Francis. I would have loved to do that for you, but I want you yourself to go and do your research. See, there's one thing I love to train my students is skills. I always tell people, if you don't have Googling skills, you can't be successful in IT. There's a skill called Googling, putting the right word in the internet and getting the right information. As a programmer, I learned that a lot because each time you sit down with bugs, then you go online and be finding on what do you call it? Stack Overflow, finding solutions. So please, it's your responsibility. Search, put on internet different career aspects in cybersecurity. And from the names I've mentioned in the class, Google each of them, read about them to detail. That's how I agree. I don't have any mentor, to be honest with you. But I will go to internet, pray to God, then how do I become a cybersecurity engineer? I discovered I have to be a network engineer. I went to write my CCNA when I was serving. Programming, I'm already a programmer. I develop Android, iOS, React Native. I deploy into different platforms. I write web. Fine, I'm okay. Now, I saw an opportunity to attend an hacking competition for African countries where we have 20 people nominated in Nigeria, and I was the only one awarded in Nigeria. You understand? So opportunities will always meet your preparation. So you have to go and do your personal studies yourself. Are you getting that? So it's quite essential. Hey, you want to get my handle? Okay, let me just check if I can share my LinkedIn handle with you. Okay, this is one of my LinkedIn handle. Okay, right. So let me check. I can share that with you. So in case, for some of us, I want to check up who am I. I'm just one small boy like that. You can always reach out anytime. Okay. Sorry, these things is not allowing me to share. I want to share with you. All right. So to everyone, you can check out that. That's one of my social media where you can learn more. I post a lot of things that are, that are beneficial to you. Okay, so that's that, by the way. All right, so we'd like to call it a day from here. Thank you all. Thank you, everyone. All right. Aishat, are you there, please? I'm handing over to you. Thank you. Hello, Aishat. Is she there?
Hi, yes, I am. I'm really sorry. I was trying to open up the Zoom tab. Yeah, everyone, I'm sure you all enjoyed today's session. I'm learning the introductory aspects to cybersecurity. Thank you very much, Mr. Aderoju Adewale, for today's class, and we hope to see more of you and learn more from you. Please let's ensure to sign our attendance because, like we said, it is tantamount to you getting your certificate. So please sign the attendance, and that would be all for today. Thank you very much, everyone.
All right. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much.
All right, good night, everyone. See you tomorrow.
Have a good night, Teresa.
You too. Thanks.